So it's time for lighting training part 2. In this one we're going to be focusing on tagging light fixtures with switch legs and their type, and then eventually we'll get into circuiting and that, but let's focus on the switch legs and tag types first. I'm going to start by zooming into a typical room. You'll see here we have just a type B unit room, a couple downlights in it, as well as a wall sconce in the bathroom. We're going to try and tag each of these fixtures and make sure that we have it laid out correctly. You'll notice on the top here, I am in the Annotate tab on the Revit ribbon, and over here there is a tag by category. You can see that if I hover over it, there is a TG next to it. That TG is the hotkey for tagging, and I use it quite a bit to kind of get moving. You'll also notice that there is a tag all next to the tag by category. And what this is nice for is it just will tag every single fixture all at once. You don't have to click on each individual instance. It is pretty good for mass tagging, but once again, it's got one issue where you can only tag a fixture once with this particular command. Otherwise, you have to go back and tag by category, which can be problematic when you have to do switch leg and tag type. For now, we're just going to keep with the tag by category, and we can come back to the tag all a little bit later. So I'm going to click on tag by category and hover over a fixture, and you can see that it will come up with whatever tag type I currently have selected. Right now it's indicating the electrical abbreviation, which I use for the switch legs. Also, you'll see that it has a leader. You can turn the leader on off by just simply clicking on this little checkbox up in the top left hand corner. It will default automatically as checked, which means you'll get a leader every single time you first come into Revit, but once you uncheck it, it will no longer do that. It'll default having no leader. So I'm going to click once here and add the switch leg, and then I'm going to hit escape twice to just explore a little bit more and show you a little bit more of the options in this top left hand corner on which tags we have available for lighting families. As you can see, we have quite a few tag types. The two that I use most frequently are the electrical abbreviation one as well as the tag type. We've got a few others that I'll let you guys explore independently. It's a little bit easier. You kind of have to click through them all until you know what they all do. But it's also just good for reference to know all the different tags that we have for this particular family. So I'll let you guys explore that on your own. Alright, so now that we're at this point, we can kind of go into how to tag the fixture and, kind of do a little bit more of the production end, get the switch leg on it and the tag type. I'm going to start by using TG to get the switch leg there and as well as the fixture type, and then we'll go into, dragging this fixture around, having the tags with the light fixture so that we can, do multiple things at once. For consistency's sake, once you have one set up like I do here, you can actually copy the tags, and if you have the same base point, you can move those tags using the copy command to another fixture, which is super helpful. It allows you to just maintain a lot of consistency throughout your drawings. So as you can see here, I've got my room all tagged, and what's nice about Revit is it's meant to be grabbing things within groups. So the more you can grab at once, the more you can copy and paste from room to room, especially if you're doing the same thing over and over. We want to be as fast as possible, and this is one way to do it. What I like to do is select every single item in a typical room, and then I copy it all over at once to the next typical room. It's very easy, and it allows you to just maintain a high level of consistency throughout your drawings. I'm going to go ahead here and give you a quick example of this. I'm going to grab the 3 downlights that we have in the room and slide them over to the very next room that we have this typical layout in. I'll grab the switch leg, the downlight, the ID for each of the fixtures all together at once, and then I go to the ceiling plan. So now that I'm in the ceiling plan, I can see exactly where I need to put those lights, which makes it a little bit easier to grab and place them. And you can see that they're all still selected. I have that many instances, and it's just an easy copy command from one room to the next. And here we go. And as you can see, it all copied over, and it will all also be hosted in the same plane and level, which is super nice, and it helps out a ton when making drawings. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and we'll pick up again in the next lighting training session.